Oh my God!
And a super...
The WWE Universe has witnessed countless shocking returns, surprise confrontations, and heart-pounding moments over the years. But what unfolded on WWE Raw this week will go down as one of the most unforgettable twists in modern wrestling history. In a moment that blended raw emotion with sheer intensity, the tribal chief Roman Reigns made his long-awaited return, arriving in front of a stunned audience leaning on a walking stick, still visibly recovering from his injuries, only to stand face-to-face with none other than the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. This wasn't just another return, it was a symbolic statement, an emotional reminder of Roman's resilience, and a dangerous gamble considering the man waiting for him on the other side of the ring. Roman Reigns, the dominant era. For years, Roman Reigns has stood at the very top of WWE as the face of the company and the centerpiece of the main event scene. Since adopting his tribal chief persona in 2020, Reigns transformed his career, dominating as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion for over 1,100 days. With Paul Heyman at his side and the Bloodline at his back, Roman built one of the most powerful dynasties in professional wrestling history. He became not only the longest-reigning world champion of the modern era, but also the standard by which all others are measured. From defeating legends like John Cena, Edge, and Goldberg to surviving epic wars against Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes, Roman seemed untouchable. But dominance always comes with a price. The punishing schedule, brutal rivalries, and particularly his many battles with Brock Lesnar took a toll. After disappearing from television following an injury scare, the WWE Universe had been left wondering, when will Roman return, and what condition will he be in? Brock Lesnar, the eternal rival. No discussion of Roman Reigns is complete without mentioning Brock Lesnar. These two titans have clashed on multiple occasions, from WrestleMania main events to SummerSlam blockbusters, delivering matches that fans still talk about years later. Their rivalry is defined not just by championships, but by legacy. Roman represents WWE's present and future, a leader, a symbol of dominance built through cunning strategy and family pride. Lesnar, meanwhile, embodies chaos, raw strength, and unpredictability. Every time they meet, it feels like the clash of unstoppable forces. That's why, when word leaked that Lesnar would appear on Raw, fans speculated wildly. Who would confront him? Would it be a new challenger stepping up, or an old foe returning? No one expected that foe to be Roman Reigns, injured, leaning on a walking stick, yet still ready to put his pride on the line. The entrance that shook the arena. The moment came during the final segment of Raw. Lesnar had just finished obliterating another unfortunate superstar, standing tall in the ring with his trademark smirk. Suddenly, the arena lights dimmed. The familiar beat of Roman's entrance theme thundered through the speakers, and the crowd erupted. But as the cameras turned to the entrance ramp, a hush fell over the audience. Roman Reigns emerged slowly, not with his usual commanding stride, but leaning heavily on a walking stick. His trademark Samoan necklace draped over his chest, his expression stoic but determined. Every step seemed measured, labored even, but his eyes never left Lesnar. The visual was powerful. Roman, vulnerable yet unbroken, making his way down to confront the very man who has caused him so much physical and emotional turmoil. Fans didn't know whether to cheer in admiration or gasp in concern. Face to face with the Beast. Inside the ring, Lesnar's smirk widened into a grin. For years, Brock Lesnar has thrived on exploiting weakness, and here was Roman Reigns, visibly not at 100%, standing before him with a walking stick. Lesnar chuckled, taunted, and even gestured toward Roman's injured state. But the tribal chief refused to flinch. The tension was electric. Two of WWE's most dominant forces stood just inches apart, one fully healthy and dangerous as ever, the other clearly hurting but driven by pride, legacy, and defiance. The arena crackled with chants, "Roman! Roman!" followed by Suplex City. Without a word, Roman lifted the microphone and spoke in a low, deliberate tone. "Brock, you've broken bodies, ended careers, and left destruction everywhere you've gone. But understand this, you will never break me. You're looking at a man who still runs this business, walking stick or not. I am the tribal chief, and you still acknowledge me." The crowd exploded. The symbolism of the walking stick, Roman's return, wasn't just about confrontation. It was about symbolism. The walking stick represented his vulnerability, yes, but also his resilience. He was willing to show the world he wasn't invincible, yet he still had the heart to stand in front of his greatest rival. This moment blurred the lines between character and reality. Fans could feel the authenticity in Roman's presence. He wasn't the flawless, untouchable champion they had seen for years. He was a man who had been tested, battered, but not broken. It was one of the most humanizing moments of his career. Lesnar's response. Of course, Brock Lesnar didn't stay silent for long. He grabbed the microphone, laughed, and delivered a chilling retort. "Roman, you can barely stand, and you've got the guts to walk into my ring? You should have stayed home. Because the next time we fight, I'm not just taking your pride. I'm ending what's left of your career." The Beast dropped the mic, stepped closer, and the tension nearly exploded into chaos. But before Lesnar could strike, Roman raised his walking stick, holding it like a weapon, and the crowd erupted again. Officials and security flooded the ring, pulling the two apart as Raw went off the air, leaving fans on the edge of their seats. Fan reactions, awe and anxiety. Within minutes, social media lit up. Hashtags like Roman Reigns, Tribal Chief, and Beast vs. Chief trended worldwide. Fans expressed everything from admiration for Roman's courage to concern about whether he was truly healthy enough to stand toe-to-toe with Lesnar again. Some praised the segment as one of the most emotional, powerful returns in recent WWE history. Others worried WWE was pushing Roman back too soon, potentially risking his long-term health for the sake of a rivalry. Either way, the return achieved its purpose. The world was buzzing about Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar once again. What's next? The implications of Roman's return are massive. Will WWE book another blockbuster Reigns versus Lesnar clash? Will Roman step back into the ring despite his injuries? Or is this confrontation meant to buy him time while still keeping him central to the storyline? There's also the question of the Bloodline. Will they rally around Roman to protect him from Lesnar's wrath? Or will cracks in the dynasty appear, leaving Roman to fight this battle alone? The walking stick may have symbolized resilience tonight, but in WWE, vulnerability often attracts predators. Final thoughts. Roman Reigns' return to WWE Raw, leaning on a walking stick yet standing tall against Brock Lesnar, was nothing short of unforgettable. It was dramatic, emotional, and deeply symbolic. For years, Reigns has ruled as the tribal chief, exuding dominance and power. But this return showed a different side. A man willing to bear his scars, confront his rival despite the odds, and remind the world why he's still the heart of WWE. Whether this sets up one final epic clash between Reigns and Lesnar, or serves as the beginning of a new chapter in their legendary feud, one thing is certain. The WWE Universe will be talking about this moment for years to come. Roman Reigns may have returned with a walking stick, but he walked straight back into history.